Hey, this is Chris Holler at Engaging Cities. Today I want to take a quick look at the Los Angeles budget challenge. The mayor of Los Angeles has basically asked the public to provide some feedback on how to fix the budget, and the way he chose to do this is to basically do a survey. This is not the kind of participatory budgeting process that we've seen in other cities that is highly deliberative and based on dialogue. This is more like a feedback tool, but I think in that sense a very nice one. It's a very nice graphic survey tool, and I'm going to show you how this works. So basically, after the introduction, you go on to fill out a couple of background questions and answer a couple of background questions. So I put in my own zip code because I don't want my vote to be tallied. I haven't done this before. My age actually falls more into that range, and from there I go click next and end up on a page that gives me some background information about what the budget looks right now, what the different funds are, what the departments spend. Has like links to go further into detail if I'm interested. Those things that open up as PDFs. Those get me to a city website. But at this point I just want to keep going, and basically the third page in this basically lets me know how to use this, what I'm like my options, is basically showing me the process, the steps that I go through, which is kind of nice that you can see where you are in the process and what's going to be ahead. It also shows you that you have like a little counter down here that shows you the status quo, my budget, and how the changes that I make on each of these pages affects the budget, and provides some background information. And so let's jump in. As you can see on the first page, it asks me a question about the library, public library funding. Three options. Each of them have different impacts in terms of how much they're going to raise or lower the cost. So this actually lowers the cost by 20%, and you can see that there's you can see the impact that it has on my budget. I'm going to jump ahead and take a look at the end of the survey, where basically you can finalize your budget. So let's say actually this is something where some other people in the field have figured out that actually without restructuring the parking structures as a public-private partnership, the budget will never be fixed. So in some ways, you have to answer yes in both of those cases, otherwise you'll not be able to balance the budget, which in some ways seems to be like a shortcoming of this survey. After completing the survey, I basically get the go to the summary page. I can see what the status quo looks like, how I've been doing compared to, which I think is a really great feature, and is mandatory for this kind of survey. So it's not only a survey in terms of providing feedback, but you really get a better sense of how you're doing. It breaks it down to spending and revenue in your budget, and you can look at more detailed graphs of what the spending looks like, what my community safety makes up the biggest chunk, both in the status quo and my alternative that I chose, and same thing, same breakdown for the revenue section. And finally, you can actually go ahead and at this point print and share your budget. Let's see, sharing should probably get you to basically has an email feature. Sometimes it might actually be nice to have an option to like post that on some social media features, share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, that kind of stuff. Seems to be missing at this point, but yeah, that's it. I think it's a very nice survey tool, and as I said, there's shortcomings in this kind of thing as a survey versus having a more participatory approach to budgeting. But I think within those limits, I think it's a great example of how to do a survey, especially with the kind of feedback that you get from filling out the survey, and that you can compare yourself to others and these kinds of things. So thanks for listening in and joining today, and check us out online at EngagingCities.com, and make sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, and check back soon. Thank you.